Well, big up, and welcome to Liberal 12th Man Show. I'm Liberal 12th Man, and we are basically 50 some odd minutes away from kickoff for our last league stage Champions League game. We have a lineup that has been produced that has some names on it that certainly weren't names we were expecting to possibly see start, but I guess some players are apparently ill and unable to play today. So we have a couple of subtractions and additions to the squad, and we will see how it all unveils for us. I guess today is most notably what we're going to see as we are about to do a roll call for the people out there, most notably our fellow Reds, and get a shout as to where you're we're going to be watching the game, what you got going on for your afternoon, evening, or morning. And yeah, we have our crew together here, and our crew is Nalante, JK, Irishman, and Lee. And we'd like to say hello to Nalante. How are you doing, Nalante?
Yeah, good, thanks. Big up. I'm and everyone in the chat. Big up.
Okay. JK, how are you doing?
All good, bro. All good. Looking forward to the game. It's going to be good to see a few guys who don't really play, see how they get on. But even to the panel and the chat as well.
Very, very, very cordial. And and Brian, how are you doing today?
Yeah, very well. Like what, just same as what JK said. Good
Okay.
evening to everybody in the chat.
And last but not least, Lee, how are you doing today too?
Yeah, good, mate. I think it's a good thing, isn't it, that we're getting so many players rested tonight with all the tough league games we've got coming up. I'm actually excited for just the round of games tonight, because of all the permutations. City possibly losing out, other big clubs possibly losing out, who'll finish where. I'm interested in this part of it. So I suppose in that way, I have enjoyed this new format because it's provided plenty of intrigue on the last round of fixtures, hasn't it? There's loads of variables, and it'll keep changing all night, won't it?
Yeah. I mean, it's got a lot of people looking at this excuse me, at this lineup, or not necessarily this lineup, but looking at our game, looking at a lot of other games, a lot of teams, a lot of people will be watching not only their own games, not necessarily us, but others in this competition will be looking at their own game, looking at other results as well, because that could have impact as to seedings, or just maybe even the ability to move on to the next round. I was speaking to Brian earlier about how I've heard the name it's being called, or at least one of the names I've heard it being called is Match Mayhem. That's what this is what it's going to be, Match Mayhem. I think maybe Match Madness might be too close to what we here in America call March Madness. But like I said, it is a little bit of just that. It's whenever the first like that, it's kind of like that first round of March Madness, and if not and this is the last round of the league, it ends up being where all these games are all on. You have all the games on at the same time, so you're sitting there watching multiple games. And I think actually I'm gonna have to double check, but I believe also they probably have it set up where you're I know on our broadcast of it, they have a multi view thing where you can watch they'll have like 4 games in each corner of your screen, and you can just watch multiple games at the same time, if you'd like, or you can just watch individual games as well. So, but we're going to see what's going to happen and unfold. But let's get into this. Let's pretty much get into what we have for, like, basically a lineup that a lot of us weren't necessarily expecting. Some had some aspirations of what to expect for this lineup, but how you feeling about this lineup, Brian?
Oh, jeez. It's a lucky dip almost. I mean, Robbo at centre half, Kay's starting, Dan's first start, McCall. Yeah, it is what it is. It is what it is, man. I mean,
Okay.
the bench looks like an under-18s match, or well, an under match.
Yeah,
So-
I had an inkling he might play Robbo at
Wait,
centre because of last
no,
season with the inverted. Sorry.
No worries.
No,
no worries.
let him go.
Let him
just
finish.
let it all out.
Yeah, I had an inkling he might do Robbo at centre half after last season, having the inverted where Robbo was playing more like a centre half, wasn't he, last season when Trent was inverted? So Slot will have known that, and I had a feeling when I looked at the squad rather than putting Endo in there that it would be Robbo. I'm glad because I wanted Endo to play midfield. I want more midfield action for Endo in the league as well. Because we're not buying anyone, so let's be using him a bit more, hopefully, in the league games, like towards the end of the season. Let's get him a bit more action in it. The Samurai Warrior and all that one. Sounds too lame.
Yeah.
The Endo fella.
There's one way of looking at it. Yeah, I got you. Okay. JK, how are you feeling about this? I'm going to bring up the lineup too for everyone to see. But go ahead.
Well, for me, I've been saying for a few days, I just want to win the game because I think getting 8 out of 8, conceding 2 goals, if we don't concede tonight, it just looks good. It just gives the club a bit of stature. Other clubs sort of scared of us before they even play us in the next rounds. So they'd be like, oh, Liverpool won all their 8 games, letting 2 goals. That's like, for me, that's why I'm a bit annoyed with not, say Kanate and Szoboszlai not joining in the squad. I think them 2 guys could have played. Robertson's captain today, playing centre back with Simicast next to him. That's going to be wild. I sound like Jurgen Klopp there. But yeah, it's a bit interesting just to see that little setup there. But I just felt that 2 guys from the main team, Kanate, Szoboszlai, would have just added a little bit more to thinking. I don't know what's happened to Darwin.
Yeah.
He's gone missing.
He's under the weather apparently.
Oh, okay. I was looking forward to seeing him just getting.
He was on the flight. He's made the trip, but he wasn't feeling well apparently.
Okay, so Dans gets his start then. Okay,
so Dans will get the start. Yeah.
Well, I wish the best.
There's going to be conspiracy theories out there.
PSV for me will be looking at our team and thinking, we can beat these. But that might work into our sort of just counter attack and play that way, That's how I'd probably go about it. But it's great to see Chiesa getting a start. That's one good thing about this game.
Okay. Yeah, I'm going to bring up the lineup as I have constructed it for us here. Nalante, how are you feeling about this lineup? I'll bring the lineup as you speak on it.
The Robbo situation took me off guard a bit. Him playing centre back, but he's more experienced. He's played in a back 3 for Scotland. I know it's different with a 2, but he's more than experienced. I hear JK saying about Ibu or Sobo, but I don't think it was Ibu. Yeah, you could have Sobo. I don't think he's needed for this game, to be honest. So, but what will be at the end of this game? I think I know JK was saying about.
I'm really pleased. Sorry to jump in. I'm really pleased. I didn't really give a shit about tonight's game because I think we'll finish top whatever happens. Do you know what I mean? I think even if we lose, we'll probably finish top.
Okay. right.
Don't want
Go
us
ahead,
to
go ahead.
lose, but if we do, I can take it easily, is what I'm saying. I'm looking to the other games now. I'm looking to the other games. Tonight's just a game we've got to get out the way for me. Get it out the way, and then we move on to other things. But I think we'll finish top probably anyway. Bass probably won't even win their game.
Nalante, finish off what you were saying, bro. I wanted to hear what you were saying there.
Yeah. So
Yeah, no
Sorry.
problem.
ahead.
Yeah, no, it's
I had
all
to
right.
make
It's all
sure. I
right.
wanted to make sure. Yeah, I wanted to make sure. I
Just leave it to
actually,
him.
this is how I think it will end up being. I had it in reverse for a second, but I think Kwanzaa will play right center back, and you'll see left center back being held down by Robbo. But go ahead.
Yeah.
Yeah, all I was gonna say is that yeah, so again, the game, like I said, I think, and I understand what Jake is saying about feared, but I think we're already feared regardless of what happens. The way we've been pulled forward this season, we're already feared. So if we win, you know, obviously great, 8 out of 8. You know, keep it moving. If we draw, it's a good experience for some of these players because some of these players need 90 minutes. I hope Gakpo he does one half and then he gets taken off. And even if we lose, I don't want an overreaction because this game is what it is. So it won't define us either way. We're through, and that's all that matters. But it's good for some of these players to get minutes out their belts, and who, you know, for likes of Kays, I've been pushing him to start at certain points, and you know, Elliot. And you know, some of the others probably won't, but it's just for later down the season now, because it's crunch time now. Games are coming thick and fast. Some of them going to play against Plymouth, and it's just it gives them more confidence and more opportunities that we're going to need some of these players during the rest of the season. So yeah,
It's still quite strong down the flanks, isn't it? With Bradley and Chiesa, and then
oh
Simicast
yeah,
and Gakpo. They're strong. Strong on both flanks. Really, that isn't it? It's just if we can hold it down in the middle, I can stop them from just getting through it easily or whatever. But if that happens, it happens. We've played a weakened side because we want to rest players. Our next 3 away games in the league are Bournemouth, Everton, and Man City. You think about that, they're 3 really tough away games we've got in a row. So we can save and do what I think most people wanted this, didn't we? I think nearly all our fans wanted this, didn't we? To rest as many people as was possible, and that's what's happened.
Yeah, we shall see. This lineup has some notable players in it that are certainly going to get the opportunity to impress. I'm sure Dan's is probably biting at the bit, as they say, to get on the scoreboard, try to show his worth and show his merit and make an opportunity out of this. We have PSV, former PSV player Cody Hackbo in this matchup, getting an opportunity to, return to his original grounds and impress in front of fans. That certainly will be, I'm sure, not rude or disrespectful to Cody. They'll most likely, show him some love and admiration because he was a PSV fan growing up, and also he was a beloved player for them. We have Chiesa getting a start finally on that right wing. Opportunity for him to really show his merit. I possibly go a good number of minutes in this game to really get some traction and show that he is ready to deliver. We finally get an opportunity to see Elliot in the 10 role to make it his own and see what he can do and what kind of difference he can make. Endo, just be Endo. That's all we ask of Endo. He's definitely true and prideful in always being consistent. And then we have McConnell, who is surprising to see that he's going to be getting this start, considering he's just coming back from seeing him getting a start instead of Morton. That's my point. But getting the start because he just came back from injury, but he is out there as well. I'm sure he's obviously, if he's out there, then he's been gauged to be ready and willing to give it a go. I'm really intrigued to see what's going to happen with that left side of our pitch. It's interesting because you can do a lot of different things with it. I wouldn't necessarily want to see Simicast being a left center back, to be honest with you, but I'm sure there has been times and instances when he's had to play that role, considering that we have played inverted with Trent going forward sometimes, and even with Simicast in the lineup. So he has played more centrally than normal. But it's interesting because they could possibly even do like a couple of like runs here and there where they switch maybe or something like that. Maybe it's something along those lines. And then you have also Connor and obviously Kwanzaa on that right side. They're going to be a very youthful, but yet seeing what they can do in their defensive partnership is going to be very interesting to see what happens. I'm intrigued to see what this lineup's going to bring.
It's a wonderful occasion for Dans and McConnell to get Champions League starts. I mean, this is a massive thing for them to get a start in the Champions League. That's a great thing. Has Endo started for us before tonight in the Champions League?
In the Champions League, he started in Europa, I believe, but not Champions League. I don't think so.
Endo's debut then as well. But Endo's a bit more of a seasoned pro, isn't he? And like an international captain. It's a bigger thing, I think, for McConnell and Dans. But yeah, it'll be an interesting night, won't it? To see how it plays out. I hope Elliot can get into the game and do his thing as a 10. I hope Harvey can have a good game to get him in the swing of things for the upcoming fixtures. And I hope they all do well, but Chiesa gets into it and doesn't break down or anything like. And we'll all be happy then, won't we?
Yeah. I'm very, very optimistic to see if we get optimistic to see who we're going to get as our opening, who's our party starter in the sense of who actually gets our opening goal for us.
I wouldn't go against Dans. Wouldn't go against Dans playing in the middle.
Yeah. I mean, like, let's not get it twisted. It's going to be interesting because, like, I get that Dan's is playing in the middle, but Dan's is going to be required to do the same types of, like, he's going to be required to do the same types of roles that you've seen our 9 do. So, I mean, it's going to be interesting to see how he adjusts and what he does with that responsibility, because he's going to have to play the same kind of, like, defense press oriented type 9 that we've seen a lot of our 9s become. So that's why it should be interesting. I'm kind of leaning towards Cody getting the opening goal. Either Cody or maybe even Chiesa. I'm not right. That's who I'd have Chiesa as a backup, but Cody as possibly that opener goal. Bernie's got Dan's getting the opening goal. Okay. I take it, Lee, you have Dan's getting an open goal as well?
Why not? Yeah, why not?
Okay. And Nolante, who do you have getting the open goal?
Chiesa.
Okay. How about for you, Brian?
I'm not making the assumption that we do score, let alone an opener. We might get a goal, but don't know. It's gonna be a tough game, so I won't be handing them out like confetti. So we'll see how it goes. Yeah, good to see the young lad get a goal. Yeah, either way, opener, winner, whatever it might be. But good to see Dan's get a goal.
Mm-hmm. Okay. How about for you, JK? Who do you think's gonna start the party for us?
Harvey Elliott.
Oh, Harvey, that'd be a nice call.
Let's go with that.
I think
he'll play a good game today. He'll be like, you know what? I'm sort of the main guy in that team, like who's paid out of most of the players there. He's one of the ones who's had most games, him and Gakpo say. So I think he might step up today, hopefully.
Yeah, even though his goal against Lille was deflected, it was still his goal. It was on target and he got the satisfaction of scoring, didn't he? So it's not like he hasn't scored recently. He's got that behind him, hasn't he? Could do it. Got a goal in him.
Yeah, Elliott's got a goal in him, 100%.
Yeah. Okay. Could be. Let's see if anyone's changed up their. Yeah, that's the thing. It'll be a weird. I have a feeling that could be. I like Chiesa possibly scoring, but like as in, I have a weird feeling that maybe Cody gets the initial goal and like he does the whole no celebration and he kind of like maybe gives a little bit of a tempered thank you to his teammates and everything. Let's see the whole Steven Gerrard thing. I thought Steven Gerrard already got sacked from his
No,
role.
I know you were saying that to other mind. No, he's still there, man. We were saying
There was a report that he got sacked.
Well, I can't. What can I do? What can I tell you? He's still working for him. That's where he is.
I got you, Brian. I got you. I'm just telling you what I read.
I know you were telling us at the time that he was gone, and we were saying he wasn't, but we just didn't really talk about it afterwards. But yeah, he's not gone yet. He's still clinging on to his. I think he gets like 15 or 16 million a year, or something crazy like that.
Mm-hmm.
So yeah,
Nice
payday if he goes. Yeah, if he gets sacked, nice little payoff as well. I'm sure, tax free as well. Wages over there are tax free. So yeah, they are doing poorly though. What someone say they're 12th, and there's not that many teams in that league, so 12th is kind of more like that's bad. Like that's
Okay.
bad.
Yeah, he's saying Steven Gerrard, Al Ettifaq manager, leaves role at Saudi Pro League side. Steven Gerrard departs as Al Ettifaq boss. Steven Gerrard quits Al Ettifaq after a disastrous run in Saudi Pro League. Steven Gerrard set to leave role as head coach of Saudi Pro League side Al Ettifaq. Okay.
Look, at the end of the day, him being there, yeah, he's going to get paid well. Fair play to him. If he's serious about management, he needs to seriously get to a team, maybe in the championship or something like that, get them promoted and take it from there. That's his next move. I would not go to Scotland, anywhere else in the world. Try to get into the English leagues, Premier League. I doubt he will get a job, my opinion. Championships, they're always willing to have a big name there, just to uplift the club. And I think he could be like, look, Lampard's at Coventry, and he's doing pretty well since he's been there. Mm-hmm. And like Lampard ain't a great manager as well. So if he can get a job at, say, Coventry, who are sort of big team, Gerrard can get a job at anywhere. Look, West Brom got Tony Mowbray back. That's how bad it is there. Tony Mowbray, bro. Like, that guy's old school. But West Brom took him back after their manager went to Valencia. So Gerrard, next move has to be a good move that you can actually get a career in football management. If you want to do that, he can do what he wants, but it'll be good.
Yeah.
He's taken. No, sorry, Toph. Go on. Sorry,
no,
you go. You go.
No, you
go, Toph. You go.
I was just gonna say I think he'll always have a place with Liverpool. So despite whatever he does in any place, so even it means it might not be the role that he wants in the sense of him coming back and coaching youth academy players or something like that, which he previously did, wouldn't exactly be the ideal role for him. But
that might be a bit of a kick to his pride to go back to that job.
Yeah,
hasn't done it before, so yeah, he's got some rebuilding work to do. Like JK was saying, there'll be teams in the championship. It won't be one of the bigger ones because he's got some rebuilding work, but that would be happy to have him. But he's turned some teams down in the past, so yeah, we'll see. But he won't be short of offers. None of these guys ever are for long. They don't have to wait long before someone gets sacked and someone thinks, you know what, Stevie could do a job here. He gets a couple of good coaches around him. You never know. He did well at Rangers. He had good coaching staff there. There's no reason he couldn't do something like that again at like you say, like a Coventry or something like that.
Yeah, championship club probably be best for him, wouldn't it?
Yeah.
Well, he's not getting a Premier League club.
Yeah, he won't get a Premier League club. Not yet.
Not Villa, probably not. No.
The Villa move for me, as soon as he got it, I was like, I wouldn't go there. Villa, proper British club, same as Rangers. You know, like he chooses these type of clubs, and I'm really surprised he does that.
I don't
Villa,
mind going to Villa. Like it's a massive club, you know, with
yeah,
European.
but it's not a club
Even
that Gerrard sort of suits, Lee. You know, Gerrard don't suit Villa. He's more like a Liverpool type of guy. Villa are proper British, same as Rangers. Like for me, his face didn't suit both clubs, but he seems to go and pick them type of clubs. So his agent could be to blame. Like, why are you sending your guy to these clubs? He wouldn't at Rangers, fair play to him, but Villa.
I don't know if his agent sent him to Saudi. Jake, I think we all know why he went to Saudi. Not because his agent forced him out there. He saw that money. He was like, hell yeah.
Yeah, why not? You know what I mean? He ain't doing
Don't
great in
tell
the
his-
management world. Yeah.
His
That
agent,
Arab money.
his agent can tell him what the offers are, but his agent can't make him go anywhere he doesn't want to go. He's a big boy.
I think with Stevie, I just think that a lot of fans, again, after his career, and obviously, unfortunately, he didn't. He deserves that Premier League title, and obviously, you know, he said he wanted to get in coaching, going under 18s, and a lot of fans understandably thinking, you know, at some point he'll be the Liverpool manager. And the Rangers was not a bad move. I think it was a good move, and he done work Rangers. And yeah, I mean, they won the league. They didn't win the League Cup, but in Europe they were very good. They beat some good teams in his getting for, and so Rangers was a good move for him. And then his stock went up, and then obviously it's very hard, isn't it? When Villa come, you know, as a manager and players, sometimes you think, "Am I going to get this chance?" And you know, a lot of Liverpool fans were thinking, you know what, if it does well at Villa, then you know, bingo, you know, 1+1 = 2, and yeah, he becomes Liverpool manager. And he started off well at Villa. Unfortunately, I think the first 2 months he started well. Unfortunately, it went downhill. And like you guys said, you know, it went way downhill when he was near the relegation zone. And Saudi, which again, like you said, I think you J.K. Bright, wasn't the Arab money came in, and he thought it wasn't really the right move. But you know, and unfortunately, he hasn't done well there. So his stock is a little bit low. So he has to think, calculating carefully his next move. And whether he's, like, I agree with you, JK, if he gets back into England Championship, hopefully he can work his way back up, and hopefully before he won't become manager, hopefully he can get his stock up. And I hope one day he manages this club. But again, right now it's a long, long way. It's a long, long road for Stevie J. So we'll just have to wait and see on that.
Yeah.
Oh, he's got a long way to get back to the top job at Liverpool, without a doubt.
Yeah. What do you guys think about him coming back? Just for all of you in the chat as well, for you guys, what do you think about him at some capacity as an assistant coach?
Yeah, I was going to say that'd be great, actually, if he were to come back, maybe to be sounds crappy, but I mean, like, you know, bring him home for maybe like the last game. I don't care for the season, you know, or maybe the game like after we seal the title and bring him on so he gets his ring. Go out there and get it.
That'd be good. Yeah, exactly.
Oh, wow.
Jay Spearing can do it. Jay Spearing can do it.
Well,
Yeah.
Brian, if Jay Spearing can do it, then you can do it as well, Brian. If you and Stevie come onto the pitch,
exactly. Roll out there, lift that pit. You know how amazing that would be to see him lift the Premier League trophy. How incredible that would be so beautiful to see.
Do you remember Dave Thompson, the really small midfielder who came out the academy the same time as Gerrard? Scored some wonderful goals for us. Thompson, actually, about 3 or 4 nice long range ones. It wasn't bad, Dave Thompson. Do you remember him? He was even smaller than Jay Spearing. That's what brought him to mind. Really small midfielder. Do you remember him, David Thompson?
Yeah. He's from the academy. Yeah, he's a winger. Yeah, he's played.
He looks like the miniature version of Joey Barr. Even though Joey Barr was already.
Oh God! Well, thank God he's not Joey Barton.
He had a bit of that about him, though. He had a. Davy Thompson had that nasty streak in him. You know the football. So, you know,
Yeah, small men often do have that, don't they? Napoleon syndrome. They get aggro.
I'm
You
not
know,
allowed
just
to
not
say that.
taken
I'm not allowed to
seriously
say
because
that.
they're only 5'3".
Oh, no comment.
Yeah, only small men can say that, so I'm not allowed to comment.
Yeah, no comment on that as well.
I'm not exactly tall. I'm about 5'10.5" or something like. I'm not exactly a tall person. Although I did used to get called lanky when I was a kid because I like grew to my full height when I was quite young, type of thing. And then other people are just much taller than me now. I'm older. But Dave Thompson was notably shorter than Jay Spearing.
I'm sure he'd do a decent. Look, I don't. I think Stevie now has enough money in the bank and a big enough ego, perhaps, to see himself as a manager. I don't think I see him going back. I think he's the kind of guy he'd probably retire before he sort of went into the coaching in the background. Maybe I don't know. I don't know, or maybe do more media work, but he definitely sees himself as that kind of figurehead. But you know, who knows?
Yeah, but if Johnny
Who
Heptinger,
might
Brian,
speak
went
for him, I
to
don't
West
know.
Brom, our number, the guy who's next to
Sorry?
Arnie Slot in the back, he played for Everton. If he went to West Brom right now, there's an option there or an opening there for Gerrard to come back. He's ended up staying. So
I get the
If
feeling.
Slot would want to take, you know, obviously Slot would have to want to work. Not saying he wouldn't want to work with Stevie Gerrard, but you know, he'd obviously have to. These people have their own people, you know. So if he was happy to, yeah, why not?
that's the thing, yeah.
Yeah, if Slot was happy to do it, and Gerrard was happy to take the, what would you call it, the kind of not a demotion, but kind of step down from management to coaching to be back at Liverpool, it'd probably take a lot of circumstances to come together, wouldn't it? But I don't think there'd be anybody complaining about it, you know, and it would be nice to see him. But look, football isn't about being nice, I suppose, but we all have hopes and dreams. But yeah, one day see Stevie back lifting a league title in some capacity. No doubt, man.
Yeah.
Do you see
Opening
this
a new
game
cup.
being? I'd say we got about 25 minutes, a little bit less, 23 minutes until the game. So getting back to this game, do you see this game being a high scoring game, or do you see this game being a more defensive game? How do you see this game, knowing that we have now I'm sure some anxious players, but it's going to be certainly some players that are going to have to, that are going to be constructed to, you know, the pressures of, hey, it's Champions League football. It's, you know, it's opportunities, a lot of attention drawn on their shoulders. Do you think it's going to be a case where you have high scoring game and it's going to be kind of like as like some people like to say, a basketball match back and forth, or is it going to be a defensive struggle for us to like try to keep them at bay and try to play our game? What do you think? What are your thoughts on what the game's going to like unveil in this game? JK, and then we'll go JK, Nalante, Lee, and then the Irishman.
Like for me, it's going to be the standard. See what they do first, and then we'll sort of grow into the game. I'm not sure how I wouldn't think that we go straight for them, you know. But I just feel it's going to be a bit of a crazy game.
Yeah,
Just
that's
got
what I'm
Vinny
kind of
Veeden.
feeling too.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's what I'm asking the question. Yep.
I would have just preferred if Darwin was there, like to start, and Dan's maybe later come on. But at the end of the day, Dan's is the guy up top, and he can do something today if he wants to, you know. So I'm excited. I'm happy to see certain things in the game, Chiesa, for example. But as long as we don't lose, that's the main thing. Yeah.
Mm-hmm. How about for you, Nalante?
I agree with JK. I don't think we're going to see goals in this game. Obviously, PSV, I can see them playing as good as a lineup. They've rested one or two players, but obviously, Bakayoko and your guy, I think you know who I'm talking about, Toph. The man up front, you know, obviously will be dangerous. So it's a challenge for team. There's big goals, but once everyone says their opinion, there's definitely 2 points on that to ask you guys and the chat. But yeah, I think goals anyway. It'll be a game of goals.
Okay. How about for you, Lee?
Yeah, I don't see us keeping a clean sheet tonight. I think it might be 2-1 to them, possibly 2-2. We might get a 2-2, but I think it'll be a tough match for us.
Okay. Brian, you see this being like everyone's kind of alluding to, a lot of goals, a lot of action. Is it going to be a sloppy game, or is it going to be because this is kind of like
sloppy.
a thrown together lineup kind of?
Well, you see, I don't look. They are where they are in the freaking thingy, the Champions League, right?
Mm-hmm.
That doesn't look. You look at that thing. You look at, well, geez, these boys can't be the best PSV ever. I don't know how strong that lineup is. Somebody that knows more about them can tell me how strong they've gone with that lineup. But if you just look at the Eredivisie, they've played 20 matches and they've played they've played 20 matches and they've scored 65 goals. 20 matches, 65 goals. They score goals.
3 a game, yeah.
So, they've only conceded 20 plus goal difference of plus 45. They're top of the league in Holland right now. So
I have to
this
admit,
is
when I
obviously
saw their starting lineup, I had no idea whether that was their strongest lineup or a weakened lineup or a second string. I couldn't tell you. I saw their lineup. I recognised some names a bit, but I don't know what their starting lineup regularly is. So I just don't know if it's their best team or not. If it's their best team, I think we will have a tough game on our hands. Which I'm prepared for. That's okay. That's how players learn and grow. It's not meant to be easy. Champions League game.
yeah,
I hope we win. I can deal with it if we don't. You know what I mean? I'm thinking into the future already.
Okay.
Looking into my crystal ball already.
There you go.
So yeah, no, I think basically in terms of will it be I just mean would, like you were saying, like how that Liverpool 11 out there right now tonight, how high up the area, if that was our best 11, how high up the Eredivisie would that team be? And if that's PSV's best 11 and they're scoring 65 goals in 20 games, that's the kind of logic, to get the logic I'm trying to use on it. So I'm thinking, yeah, I wouldn't be surprised if that's their strongest 11 or a good 11. I know they've missed out Johnny Fandango or whatever, Flamingo. He's a big player, but so don't be surprised maybe if they can get a couple of goals at home. So yeah, I'm like you said, sloppy, but like you did say that is a bit of a thrown together lineup. It is a slightly cobbled together team for us. So
yeah. Yeah. 3-2 is what KJ is saying. He's a little bit all over. He was at 2-2. He was at 2-2, but now he's at 3-2. Trudon sees a 2-0 PSV winning today. Doesn't see us connecting on any fronts of our scoring. Who else has got some scores in here? Some updated tallies. Bonker sees it either 2-2 or 1-2, with Liverpool having Elliot and Dan score for us. And let's see, this is kind of a cool statistic. Or Dan's the youngest player ever to make his first start for Liverpool in a European Cup / Champions League game at 19 years and 13 days. Bravo to our young number 9.
He's younger than Reece Williams was, yeah. I thought Reece Williams was even younger than that. But yeah. I'm probably wrong.
Mark A had it. What was that? Mark A had it. What? Bernie's got 1-1. Okay. You showed us again. I'll read them out. 2-1 to Liverpool. Red Armchair Supporter has it.
That's right. Yeah.
And 1-2.
Liverpool.
Okay. I guess us two will be us winning 2-1 basically.
Yeah. I'll go with that one as well, Bernadette. 1-2 to us.
That's what Philip has. Trudon's got 2-0. I said, yeah, and Philip's got 2-1. Cody and Dan's with Chiesa getting an assist. I can see that too. I can see that happening.
Hilo was saying about the links for us to Bakayoko, and I remember that myself. He was the main name I noticed when I looked at their lineup. A lot of the others I don't know, but sure noticed his name. Yeah, he's a player we worked with a couple of times, isn't he, Bakayoko?
4-3. Callum's got it. I have I have a feeling that could be a score if we do see some goals scored in this game. Robert's got it as got a Desmond Sermon today. Does Dan's get a full 90? That's a good question. Probably. Let's see who was on our bench that could have replaced him. Yeah, most likely. Actually, there's no one on our bench that could come off and actually start in that 9. So it looks like Dan's might.
Oh, the bench is interesting. That bench is very much. I mean, this lad might not be the only kid making his European debut tonight.
Yeah.
Yeah, might be a few of them. Yeah.
Yeah.
You know, yeah. That's why Darwin, Kanate is the box like just being there. It would have gave me a bit more confidence.
Well, Darwin's only out because he was sick, so we can't.
Yeah.
It's not like he dropped him. I mean, that's just bad luck, I suppose. He's definitely starting this game.
Yeah.
You'd have to imagine. Right?
Yeah.
He would have started.
Yeah. I don't think that. Again, I think that there probably will be those out there that put a little bit of conspiracy on it. Man, like all of a sudden, he saw the lineup, and all of a sudden he got the sniffles, or something. I don't think that's the case, though.
Maybe he accidentally ate a space cake at the airport.
But yeah. You never know. I don't know what is. Actually, I think someone in our chat is either from Holland or lives in Holland. I want to say. If I'm correct on that, please do.
Yeah.
Honesty.
Honestly, yeah. Honestly.
Okay. I was going to ask, and you've lived in. I think you've lived in Holland before, right, Brian?
Yeah, I used to live in Den Haag, which is The Hague. People know it's The Hague, but yeah, in Den Haag.
What is the food of choice? What's the dish that they like? What is a dish that they like to eat in Holland?
Pommies, like fries, big ones, that type of thing.
Okay.
Yeah, they like pastry. They like savory pastry. The Dutch food itself isn't. It's heavily kind of influenced by it. There isn't. It's a lot of Turkish people. So a lot of the street food is shawarma. That's big there.
Yeah,
it's typical Northern European food. Not overly culinarily advanced in Holland. More influence from other people. But
true.
Yeah, but the street food there is what a lot of people. But yeah, it is mayo and chips is what they
mayo and chips. Yeah.
Perfect. Yeah, you get shawarma pizza slices. If you're walking around Amsterdam for the afternoon, shawarma pizza slices, chips and mayonnaise, and all that good stuff. All the rest, that's all they need. It's Oh,
they're
yeah.
nice.
What a
They do
place.
it good. Yeah.
Oh, what a place! What a place! Go there.
Okay.
Everyone should go there at least
Maybe
once.
you had some bad mayonnaise or something. Maybe the mayonnaise was left out too
Bad
long.
shawarma.
I don't know.
Yeah, some bad
Bad
shawarma.
shawarma. A lot of games today. A lot of games on tap for us today. A lot of games to see. What other games do you think you'll have your eye on other than this game?
Oh, that's a good question.
Is there any other games?
There's a few.
Yeah, on the City score every time
there's a few.
It doesn't change.
Okay.
Yeah, other than the City one, there are.
I can run through them again if you want. Here the games are Villa, Celtic, Barcelona, Atalanta, Leverkusen, Sparta Braha, Dortmund, Shakhtar, Bayern, Slavan, Dynamo versus Milan, Girona versus Arsenal, Inter, Monaco, Juventus, Benfica, Leo, Feyenoord, Manchester City, Club Brugge, PSV, Liverpool, obviously, but Salzburg, Madrid, Atletico Madrid, that is, Sturm versus Leipzig, Sporting versus Bologna, Brest versus Real Madrid, Stuttgart versus PSG, and Young Boys versus Red Star Belgrade, which is a lot easier to say than their other name. What's it?
Yeah, just call it Red Star.
Krevna Zvezda.
Just go Red Star.
Red Star. Oh, big up. We got KJ in the house. What up, KJ?
I heard it.
On, KJ. Easy now.
Easy now. He's. I think he's getting ready.
He's shy.
I brought him on. I did bring him on quickly. Yeah,
Sorry,
I brought him on very.
KJ is a shy person. Sorry, ladies and gentlemen, he's a shy one.
Little quick there.
Stage fright.
Yeah, famously shy.
Yeah, stage fright. He's like that. Apologies, ladies and gentlemen.
Yeah, no worries. Let me get this all set up so we have a proper.
We can play tonight with that setup. All of us on the screen, you look good.
Yeah. So what is it? Where would you go with the game?
Oh, my bad. I didn't get stage right. I didn't even realize I was muted. Sorry.
No worries. Yeah, there you go, KJ. Big up. We only got a few more minutes before it's the start of the game, so let's go through.
Yeah, that's fine.
Yeah, no, KJ, tell us what's your I know you got a 3-2
while before the match kicks off, innit?
Yeah, no, I know you got a 3-2 score line for us, but is there another game on the docket here that you're kind of like going to be watching out of the side of your eye, and your peripheral?
I'd say the City game,
Everybody's got the City game, okay?
Yeah, the City game. Because I think City are gonna win, but I don't feel like it's gonna be as easy as a game. Like I feel like they're gonna struggle, and then somehow they're gonna either scumbag it or a decision goes their way, and that's what lets them go through.
Is it gonna be brown envelopes being passed around, maybe, or something? I don't know. They got the lights out.
90+ minute penalty.
They're showing some of the grounds right now in the background. They got the lights out, the spotlights going all over, and got the big Champions League logo in the middle. They're ready. Mika Richards is probably amped up because that's who's on my side of the panel here. Mika, Jamie, Henri, and they have another. I forget that guy's name, but I'll get it. How about for you, JK? Real quick, we only got a couple more minutes. Trying to make sure we get everyone's shout in.
I went with 2-0. I don't like giving goals to the opposition, so I'll stick with 2-0.
Okay. Oh, and I meant what game you're gonna watch. I wasn't talking about.
Oh, okay. The game, probably AC Milan and the Stuttgart PSG one. Yeah.
Okay. Volante, real quick.
Tasty.
Yeah.
Almost Stuttgart.
Yep. Oh, maybe not. Lee, go ahead. What would be your shout real quick? If you had to watch it, if you could simulcast both games, what other game would you probably try to keep an eye on?
South Villa were doing against Celtic.
Well, that'd be a good one. Yeah.
Oh, nice. Villa Celtic. Okay.
I like Celtic.
Gotcha. Yep.
I like.
I was
of course.
doing that.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. How about for you, Brian?
The PSG and the City games, yeah.
PSG and the City game. Okay. Yeah. City, obviously having just played PSG, gave him a very important loss. And maybe we can get. We've been watching, or I was sending the guys some clips about Mignolet. Come on,
big makes.
Yeah. Step
no,
up.
It'd be good to see one of them. It would be good to see one of them, like some crazy kind of last minute, like we're talking about.
Yeah, who's the up?
PSG
who's the,
think they're cool and
who's
some
the
last
upset
minute
then?
goal
Real
knocks
quick,
them out.
Brian. Real quick, we got like 2 minutes before game starts. Like 5 minutes, but 2 minutes before we push off. Who do you see is going to be the big upset today?
I won't take up too much time. I said last night that I think Atalanta will beat Barcelona, so I'll stick with that.
Oh, nice.
Ooh. Oh, you know what? I actually agree with that. I think Atalanta do beat Barcelona.
Okay. Okay.
Is it in Italy? Is it?
How about
No, it's in
for you,
Spain.
Monte?
It's in Spain.
It's in Barcelona. Yep.
Yeah.
For you.
Yeah, Barcelona, yeah. I think
Okay.
Atlanta will surprise Barca, maybe. That'd be good.
All right. Oh, well, I'll wait for Nolante's shout. Is that so? 2 for Atlanta to beat Barcelona today. JK, do you have the same as well?
I'll go with that. That'd be nice.
Okay, it's easy said. Lee, is that you or your Celtic? You think your Celtic will get the win today? That'd be an upset.
Villa will win that. Villa will be too strong for them.
Okay. Do you have an upset then? Your upset pick of the day or something, I guess?
I don't think what the other ones are now.
Oh wow, yeah, it might be a little bit
We're
too
in
late.
some
To talk about them all. Yeah.
You were in some
No
Milan play.
Lookman.
Monaco.
Atlanta does not have Lookman in their lineup. Apparently, Marquet is saying.
Yeah, he's
okay.
injured.
Oh,
He's
no.
injured. Yeah.
Oh no, he was the one I was looking out for the
Yeah.
You guys got excited too early. They'll still be good.
most.
No, still do it.
Yeah, I know they'll still be good.
There you
Still
go. There you
go.
go.
Max had a
Lookman's
look
out.
on.
Yeah.
You know, we're hoping the Lookman train.
Yeah, I know.
There's time.
Everyone,
There's time, right? There's always time. Super quick pop quiz. Which Irish striker is currently the third top scoring player in the Eredivisie? Which Irish striker is currently the third top scoring goal scorer in the Eredivisie?
Currently.
Yeah, currently.
I know it's not. Because obviously, because not the obvious. Because he's. Is it? Oh God.
Yeah, Marquet got it. Marquet got it. Troy Parr. I know we've no time left. Sorry, no time. So he got us.
Oh, he made the move to Eredivisie.
Yeah, he's at AZ Alkmaar.
Oh yeah, fair play.
He's currently on 10 goals, which makes him third top scorer. Former Tottenham player.
Yeah. I remember that's where we come from. Yeah. He was in a championship for a bit, wasn't he? Did he move straight from Spurs Academy to the Eredivisie? I'm pretty sure it was a loan in the championship.
Maybe a loan. Yeah.
It was a loan. It was a loan maybe.
Yeah, I remember him. Yeah, I mean, now that you mentioned him, I remember Troy Parrott. Yeah, just because he's got the same name as John Parrott, the Scout snooker player. I noticed his name. Like.
It was one of Spurs' next big things, innit? Along with that Dane Scarlett and whatnot, that the overhype from the Spurs Academy.
Yeah, that's good. Though.
Yeah, they're going through the lineups as we speak. Bring up Liverpool's lineup here.
Yeah, it's Captain Robbo, Max.
Captain Robbo, for sure. Yeah.
El Capitano Robbo.
Be interesting to see who gets the captain's ban if Robbo were to be subbed off. How they go about.
I think Endo will get it.
Yeah. I think Endo will get it too. But I mean, there's a chance, there's a shout. You pass it, you give it just as an honorable thing. You give it to Cody.
If he's still on the pitch, I don't know.
If he's still on the pitch, yeah.
Yeah, I reckon Endo is probably next on the list though. And I don't see Endo getting subbed off. That's the thing. There's a couple of those boys on the pitch that I can see getting subbed off.
Yeah, Cody I see getting subbed off. I see
McConnell.
Yeah.
Chiesa.
Yeah.
Hopefully we might see some.
It's going to be interesting. I don't know who and where and what happens if those players are subbed off. Considering a lot of our.
I agree, Brian. I've been waiting to see a piece of him. To be fair.
Yeah, he's another Irish player, Conn Doherty.
It's just a question of like.
Yeah.
So I'm looking at the bench. There's not many names on that bench that can go up front. And that's why it should be interesting to see where and how we end up putting those things in. But he is the captain for a reason. Look, people, it's about a minute to go for kickoff. We're going to let you go and enjoy your game wherever you're going to watch it, wherever you are going to watch it. Be safe. Always know that the Reds are with you. We always walk with you in any shape or form, and we all wish you a great game. And let's get a good and great result for our team here. If the guys want to hang out for a little bit after we do push off, please do. But again, we wish you all a great game. Kickoff has just started. And as always, up the Reds, people, up the Reds. We'll see you on the other side as well.